Our next spot is in the business of making illusions, to educate. Kodiak Studios makes life-size figurines for museums around the world, and you're going to be astonished at just how real they can be. Step into a local historical society, roadside attraction, or museum, and you've seen them. Those life-size human figurines depicting some kind of historical event. Over the years, many institutions have stepped up their game, not merely using store display mannequins dressed in period costumes, but putting together installations that often border on the obsessive when it comes to accuracy. This is where Kodiak Studios in Brooklyn comes in. They are one of just a handful of artisans creating what can only be called one-of-a-kind works of art.
Everything and anything you can possibly imagine, from astronauts, cowboys and Indians, portraits of historical people, presidents, for a whole gamut of museums all over the country.
Owner Alex Tisch and his small team of artisans create what he calls hyper-realism exhibit figures. Alex, I am absolutely astounded at how real these things look like. I mean, it looks like a stuffed human being.
Well, thanks so much.
How many hours do you think you put into something like this?
Ooh, probably a good 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, you even have the dirt under the fingernails on these things.
Attention to detail is what's required.
I always consider my pieces to be, it's as if they were the cherry on the cake. Once the environment is built, my figures cozy up to whatever commercial or historical facet they're trying to portray, and they seal the deal on telling the story.
His figures are so detailed and well thought out, they sometimes startle museum goers. Tiny details like pores on the skin and skin tones that fluctuate over the entire figure. Alex says all this detail is necessary.
Human beings have a tremendous emotional reaction if there are human eyes that are looking back at them. They just feel drawn in, they empathize.
Kodiak Studios achieves such stunning detail through the process of life casting, which is literally making a mold out of a human being.
The great values in that is that you have their posture, their gesture, their age, their background comes through in the whole casting process.
Once a model is positioned in the desired pose, plaster medical bandages are wrapped around them in 3 separate sections. After they dry, the molds are carefully broken off the model. Next, they are reassembled back together and a lightweight composite material is injected into the mold. The material hardens, the mold is broken off, and a newly created figure is revealed. It is then sanded, painted, clothed, and additional details like hair and glass eyes are added to complete the piece. Kodiak's work has been included in exhibits at the Museum of Natural History in New York City, the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame, California Trails Museum, and the Miami Metro Zoo. Alex says the reaction his figures sometimes cause is worth all the hard work.
Really a lot of fun when you can produce work for someone and you send them to tears, or they hug you. You don't really get that from a lot of businesses. Kodiak Studios is not open to the public, but Alex is more than happy to answer questions via his website, which also has several images of his works.